Okay, where am I? Well, we're obviously at the west end. There's a whole quarantine area at the other side. I wonder if that is the wall that they were talking about before. Probably not, it's just another district that's been locked off. Alright, so obviously I have to go talk to citizens to find out where the infection possibly is, or where they think signs of infection possibly are in the West End. But before I do that, I do actually have to be right back, because I gotta handle some stuff, such as rent. So I'm just gonna leave here rather than I wanted to find a hideout, but I don't know where a hideout is without getting too far. Actually, there's one right around the corner. I'll go there. I'll upgrade my weapon. Actually, we already upgraded my weapon. Oh yeah. Fuck it, I'm already around the corner. I don't know, there's something just really satisfying about taking a break inside of a safe room. But hopefully we can find another safe room closer to this area. Is this what I'm looking for? Yes, it is. Reed's Mansion. Wait. Is this our home? Does that mean our... Oh shit, does that mean our mother's here? Oh man. Unknown. My ass. That's our mother. We need to have a talk with her.
Mother. Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Oof. Oof. She doesn't remember?
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Ooh. Okay. So... she does remember Mary's funeral, she's just hoping that she comes back? That's weird. I figured that she wouldn't remember what happened because she got mesmerized by Mary. But, ugh.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
'Cause I'm not dead.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
She thinks I'm a ghost? You know, it's probably for the better.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Our mother's crazy. She's she's had a lot of bad things happen.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Alright. Look, it's better that she thinks that we're a ghost than we tell her that I'm a vampire.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Aw, our mother's supportive. Okay. Well, I guess that's it besides this one up here.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Did she say her father's dead? You have some problems, Mrs. Reed.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Jeez.
It's locked, all right.
Let's go talk with Avery. What is she on about? We have a citizen investigation thing here. I said I was gonna take a break, but now that we're at this house, I have to see what all this is about. Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta go outside. What the fuck?
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
Well, that is a really heartbreaking thing.
I really wish you could meet her, Mother. You would love her.
Jeez. Also, that was not what I thought Jonathan would take out of that. You know, I thought we'd be a lot more worried about the fact that our mother is talking to herself as if
It's locked.
the dead are alive. But alright, I guess Jonathan's finding himself to also like Elizabeth a little bit. Cool, I guess. She is a lady vampire and we're a guy vampire. So I guess that we could work with that. Just really haven't felt any supreme connection to Elizabeth. She hasn't really done much for me to be like, yes. I totally want to be doing anything with her. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. Avery. Avery has been paid to take care of the Reed's family until his last breath. Well, we need to talk with him. Because he's not going to be as crazy as our mother.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Gosh. I've been around, man.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Maybe Mary's mesmerization of our mothers made her crazy. Whew.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Really? Avery's the only one who was looking after Emmeline Reed now. That's pretty bad. I like how we can see his blood quality, because, you know, I want to eat my mother's butler. Yeesh.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
I wish we could do something to help her out. I don't know how to help with that kind of mind break, though.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Well, thank you, Avery. I'm glad that he still accepts us.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Aw, I mean, you could always invite your nephews over. You could have them stay in the house. Have them fill the rooms. They could use our room and our sister's room, because we're not filling this place up.
Do you know my mother speaks to the dead members of this family?
Yes. I sometimes hear her speaking to you, Miss Mary, and her baby. Sometimes your father, too.
So she thinks I'm also dead. And what about you?
I believe she only sees her relatives as the dead she speaks to, Mr. Jonathan. It breaks my heart to see Miss Reed like that.
She may get better. It's only a hypothesis, but I know my mother is strong. Whatever illusions have clouded her mind, they will fade in time.
Yes. With time, Miss Reed will recover from this cursed year. I know that your return can only be beneficial to that process.
I hope so. I just don't think we're gonna get too many of those options.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
I understand, man.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
Well, that's a good question. We're a vampire now. We really can actually dedicate ourselves to here, but we can't tell Avery that.
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Yeah, just never open the blinds in my room. I could literally die. That would be a pretty unfortunate thing to discover in the... Sir, wake up! He opens the curtains, I just light up on fire immediately. Sir, no! We wouldn't die, apparently, but it wouldn't be a very pleasant experience.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really, except all the Macpherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The Macphersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
Okay.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan, but please return as soon as possible.
Okay. So, there's some people down the south. Reach the second source of infection. Ask locals about possible source of infection in the West End. I don't know if that is what got updated, but okay. South End near the bridge. I will put a marker. Oh, there's already a thing here. Never mind. Okay. And then obviously we have tons of people to talk to. A lot of people to talk to. The good news is, we're getting to the point where we've probably talked to the vast majority of people in the game. Once we've talked to everybody in the West End, we won't have more just like, hey, we talked to people for 4 hours straight situations. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna upgrade my dagger. Let me just make sure. I don't need really anything else. I need an aluminum part. Do I have anything I can recycle for that? Yes, we do! The forks! The forks! Good! Alright. I am gonna give me more stun. Yeah, we'll use more stun. Stamina would be nice because it obviously means more attacks that we can do, but without being too combined with the other stamina reduction, I think we need this. Okay. So now this is properly maxed out. We do 24 stun, which is 2.5 bars, which is nice. And then I will upgrade this dagger a little bit, so that it can be a little helpful if I ever do use it. Okay, so now this gives us almost 20 blood absorption. And on the next level, we'll get it up to, let's see, 25. That's solid. That's not amazing, but that can make a pretty big difference in the middle of a fight, because our abilities cost quite a bit. 20. So in a single swipe, obviously I can get Shadow Mist. Ooh, maxed out, I'll be able to get claws back as soon as I do that. That's really good. I'll just have to upgrade my bludgeon so that way I can keep up with things a little bit. Do I have upgrades? I do not have the good handle parts for it. I'll probably find enough soon enough. But with that said, I do need to take a little bit of a break, and when we get back, we gotta talk with the people of the West End. Oh boy. Before we go, however, I think I will throw some points down somewhere. Because we have enough, and we might as well. So I think I'll upgrade my shadow, or I could upgrade my coagulation a little bit, because that would be a really beneficial thing to have. Oh gosh. I could also immediately go down one of these trees. Increased range and damage. But I don't think it has a bigger absorption thing. Oh. I have to debate this. Shadow Mist, I could upgrade to just do more damage, which would be nice. Or I could upgrade it. It would lose all of its damage potential for the most part, but it would absorb blood the entire time it is out, which could be nice. The only problem with this is that I don't know how effective this is. How much does it cost to reset stuff now? Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, so we had one chance to reset our abilities for free, and now in the future it'll cost more. So I can't just keep on doing that over and over again. Let me look this up real quick. Alright. I took a bit to look up the information about the Shadow Mist. From what I've seen, people don't recommend using the bottom tree. They just don't like it, and yeah, alright. I like the idea of more damage, so I will take that. I just wanted to have something upgraded before we hopped off here. So we'll confirm this, and we'll see if we've made any progress, because we have changed to a following night. Health status has gone up to healthy, even though I haven't really done anything to help anyone at all, but sure. Everywhere else should be stable. Yeah, alright. So the only difference was over here with the merchants. Because I guess we just met people, which raised up the health status in general. Okay. Well, with that done, I'm gonna take that break, and when we get back, we'll just talk to a whole bunch of rich people. Or, you know, just people trying to make a living in the West End. So be right back.